Okay, let's move on and look at the last 6 in our list of 18 notorious attacks that are out there. First one starts with the worm, and some would argue that's where it all started. Back in 1988, the Morris worm was released, the first attack on the internet, or at least the most widespread of its time. It brought the entire internet down for almost 3 days back in 1988. It was some poorly written code, but it sure did its job. So what's a worm? Worm's a piece of software that seeks out computers and other computers and hosts and tries to infect those computers by breaking in through their username and password. And then once it breaks in, it replicates itself. And then it uses that new computer to attack other computers. And eventually it will consume all of the processing, all of the storage, and all of the transmission capability of the host system if it's poorly written, or if that's what it was actually designed to do. And then it just keeps on spreading. So that's what a worm is. Trojan Horse is just like the Greek story. Trojan Horse is a piece of software that pretends to be something else, pretends to be something useful. It's a program that may flip your screen or solve some problem for you or run some silly animation, but in the background, while it's running that silly animation or flipping your screen, it's also attacking your computer. So that's what a Trojan Horse is. Password cracker, password hacker, definitions aren't that important, but basically it is important to know that there are automated programs out there that attempt to break into your computer by guessing what your password is. Typically you can look up what the usernames are. Once you have the usernames, it's a question of what's the password. And so there are automated programs that will load 18 different languages, will load the dictionary of 18 different languages, and will try every single word in that dictionary, and then combine all the words and try that. Then put numbers at all the different locations, or put special symbols at all the locations, and just keep on cranking for days and days and days until they break into your account. And that's what password crackers and hackers do. Alright, what's a backdoor? Backdoor means you've written some software for a company, you sold it to the company or given it to them for free, or they've installed it somehow, but you've left a secret account, a secret backdoor in that only you know about, that allows you to gain access to the system at a later point. Now, where would this be helpful? I don't know. If you were writing software code for the stock exchange or writing software code for a bank, it'd be mighty helpful to go in and move some of those numbers around afterwards. Finally, buffer overflow. I had talked earlier about insider attack and talked about social engineering. If you're more of a techie geek, buffer overflows are your friend, and that's where someone has written some pretty bad code. They haven't done their range constraints. They haven't checked the range of possible answers, and that allows you to overflow the memory of that process and then gain control of the computer as a result. Now, I know that sounds kind of geeky. Don't worry, I'm not going to have you define what a buffer overflow is, but just it's where there's poor programming and they haven't constrained their variables sufficiently well enough so that it is possible to flow into a different part of memory and then from there attack the computer. Alright, there you go. We've covered the last 6 in our list of 18 notorious types of attacks. We're now going to start looking at how can we plan for and protect against these different types of attacks, and we'll do that in a different video. So see you in a few minutes. Once you come back all ready to go, I know you're excited. I know you want to count it down with me. We'll go through these 18 and look at ways that we can thwart the bad guys and protect our computer systems. See you in a little bit. Bye-bye.